everyone! So today we are going to be doing a currently reading video. Yes, it is like just a couple days until Christmas, so it's basically the end of the month, but I haven't done one of these yet, so we're just gonna do a quick little currently reading video. But before I begin, I would like to tell anyone who was actually keeping up with my Vlogmas vlogs that I won't be doing another one. Like, there's not gonna be a last one for like the last couple of days of Vlogmas because I just don't want to. Honestly, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you wouldn't have seen that I actually tweeted out the other day that I am going to schedule myself a hiatus every single December because I just get absolutely no joy from posting on YouTube in December because I do YouTube 100% for the interactions and getting to talk to people and like chat with people and meet new people and all of that kind of stuff. And in December, for every single year that I've ever done YouTube, I get absolutely no views, I get absolutely no comments, all of that. And I'm not saying that as like blaming people for not watching me, because I get it. Like, everyone has finals, everyone is absolutely overrun with Vlogmas videos, and usually BookTube kind of gets pushed to the back because like other YouTubers are doing Vlogmas. I do the same thing. I barely watch BookTube in December. I am mostly keeping up with my like vlogger people. But just because of that, I become very unmotivated to post during December, and I always like give myself like Vlogmas or whatever to post about, and then I get really discouraged and upset about it. And YouTube is supposed to be really fun, so I'm scheduling myself a hiatus every December 1st through the 25th. That's just gonna be my yearly hiatus. But yes, I do apologize to anyone who is actually watching those vlogs because yeah, I don't feel like doing them anymore because no one's watching them or talking to me about them. So that just makes it very unmotivating to go through all of that work to put out videos. So yeah, that's why we're doing this video really quick to tell you guys what's happening and all of that and updates, and also discuss what I'm currently reading. So I actually finished all of my books like the other day that I was like in the middle of. Like, I finished my physical book, I finished my audiobook, all of that. So I actually started a couple of new things yesterday. So the first book that I have to talk about is the one I'm listening to on audio, but I do have a physical edition of it, and that is The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex Harrow. This is a book that I feel like blew up, all of that. People say it's like their favorite book of the year, all of that kind of stuff, and I am currently 70 pages into it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like a little confused. I updated this on Goodreads that I'm kind of wondering if this is going to be one of those wicked cliche, like, if you have a book, you can travel all over the world. You can live multiple lives. Because at the moment, 70 pages in, there has been no traveling through actual doors. It's just been her reading a book. And to me, that's really, really not entertaining at all. I'm probably going to text someone literally after I finish this video who has read this to double check that. And we're going to see if I want to keep reading it or not. Because I signed up for a Portal fantasy. I thought this was a Portal fantasy. That's what everyone kept talking about it as. I don't know if I'm just like too early on or if this is a cliche. Books are portals, because that's not what I wanted. So far, the writing is very, very pretty. It's just not what I wanted, so that's why I'm a little bit annoyed about it. So if it does turn out to be an actual Portal fantasy, I'll be very happy because the writing is very, very pretty. Also, it takes place in New England, which is where I live, and yeah, it's good so far. And the other book that I picked up because I needed to read this before the end of the year is Starsight by Brandon Sanderson. I haven't actually read a single page of this. I just put my bookmark in it. But I am definitely going to be reading this. My goal is to finish it before Christmas. This is the second book of Brandon Sanderson's Skyward. Yeah, that is a book that I read last year, and I literally binged it in like 2 sittings. I absolutely loved it, and it is a YA sci-fi novel. I am a little bit nervous about this one because I honestly haven't seen that many people actually reviewing it, but the people I have seen review it say that it's a little bit convenient. And also, I'm a little scared because I thought this was a duology. I don't know why I got it in my head that this was a duology and this would be the finale. Maybe it's because Brandon Sanderson has so many books planned that I kind of figured he'd wrap this one up pretty quick, but it's not. So I'm also scared because I hate series so much. And middle book syndrome is totally a thing. and I'm just scared that this one is going to not live up to that first book, which I think I gave 5-star or a very, very close to 5-star. But overall, I am really excited to get into this and just hopefully fly through as quick as I did the first one, because the first one was so fast-paced and so entertaining. So I am very excited for this, but I am a little bit nervous. And also, I figured I would just tell you guys what I plan on reading for the rest of 2019, which is crazy. This is a book I don't know if I'll actually finish in 2019 or if it'll go into 2020, but I'm going to be doing a buddy read with my friend Graham of Dead Astronauts by Jeff Vandermeer. This is the second book to Born by Jeff Vandermeer, which was one of my favorite books of 2018. Honestly, kind of didn't know that this was even a thing. I feel like in the back of my head I knew that it was going to be a series. Like, I feel like I remember that being announced, but it was not like in my brain because I'd seen no marketing for this. No one was talking about this book. Kind of didn't know it was a thing until Graham was like, hey, want a buddy read it? I was like, oh my god, that's a thing? Okay. Immediately pre-ordered it and got it. Also, this book is absolutely gorgeous. The dust jacket is gorgeous. The inside flaps are bright, bright pink, but then the naked hardcover is gorgeous. Oh my god, I'm so excited to read this. Again, we will be buddy reading this, but we're gonna be buddy reading it during a time that's quite busy for me, just because I am going to be pre-filming a ton of videos. My work gets really, really busy at the last week of the month, and then I am also packing to go on a trip in January. So this might take a little bit longer. It might feed into 2020, but either way, so excited to read this and definitely going to be getting to it immediately after finishing Starsight. Also, the next book that I plan on listening to on audio is Elantras by Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, I'll be reading 2 Brandon Sandersons pretty close in a row, but this is the book that I've decided to listen to on audio because I'm going to be doing a lot of driving, and it's quite a long audiobook. It's like 27 hours, which is pretty dang long. I'm hoping to be able to finish it during my driving and everything, but yeah, I definitely should be able to. I think it's a 27-hour audiobook, and I'm going to be traveling like 24 hours in total, and I listened to it on 2 times speed. So yeah, this is going to be the next one that I listen to. Very excited about it. It's probably my longest standing TBR book also. I just keep putting it off, so we're finally going to get to it. That will probably be finished in 2020 though. That is so weird to say. Like, oh my god, it might like bleed into 2020. That's crazy. And the last book that I'm going to mention is the first like physical book that I plan on picking up in 2020 and bringing with me on my vacation, besides books that I'll be reading for school, which I can mention those really quick too in a sec. But that is going to be The Gospread by Youngzi Chu. This is a book that honestly I talked about once, and someone got it in my head that this can be compared to Three Souls and Spirited Away. And now I'm so excited about it. Don't worry to the person who told me that. I'm not going to be mad if it doesn't live up to that expectation, but it has definitely pushed this to the top of my TBR and made it one that I want to pick up as soon as possible. So I think this is going to be my first physical read of 2020. Because I'm so excited. I loved Youngzi Chu's book, The Night Tiger, that I read earlier in 2019, at the very beginning of 2019, and I'm just so ready to pick up this book by them, especially because this has actually been on my wish list for like a wicked long time, so I'm really excited to read this. Yes. And I figure I can also mention the books that I'm going to be reading for school during my winter break. Basically, if you guys haven't heard yet, I got an independent study, which is in grad school. Basically, you make your own class and determine what you're going to be studying and everything. And my independent study is going to be on adaptation, and I'm mostly focusing on Peter Pan. And yeah, I will be making a whole video about an independent study and how that kind of works for anyone who is more curious about it. But during winter break, basically I just don't have enough time to read everything I need to for this kind of project in the semester, so my professor told me that I should read some stuff in winter break. So I have 2 books that I'm going to be reading during winter break, and that is these 2, which are J.M. Barrie biographies. I don't know much about J.M. Barrie, as much as I love Peter Pan, and it's like one of my favorite books of the entire world. I don't know much about Barry. Like, I feel like no one knows much about Barry. Honestly, like, even my professor was like, yeah, I read Peter Pan a long time ago. I don't know anything about J.M. Barrie, though, so you need to do that research. So I got two of the most popular biographies. So we have Hide and Seek with the Angels, A Life of J.M. Barrie, and this is a kind of a classic biography style with text and then photos. Yeah, there we go. Of J.M. Barrie and his life. This is gonna be a dull probably read, but it's fun. Actually, I feel like I've heard J.M. Barrie's life is pretty interesting. Also, there's so much like speculation that he's gay and stuff, so I'm interested to hear about him. And I also have J.M. Barrie in The Lost Boys by Andrew Birkin, and this is another kind of, I feel like it's more almost like, it's set up like a case file, like a case study, and it's got like the text and the photos and all of that. And I think this is more about where they believe J.M. Barrie got the idea for Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, because he was quote unquote obsessed with this family who had a bunch of boys, and I think he adopted them or something like that, and that's where he got the idea for the Lost Boys. But yeah, those are my two school reads that I need to do during winter break. But I will probably do a updated like currently reading in January at some point, so you guys can hear how I've been doing with these books that I want to read. But anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed this currently reading video, and definitely tell me down below in the comments what you guys are currently reading or how you plan on finishing up 2019 with your reading and all of that. And if you're still wondering where my end of the year videos are, definitely just look out for January. That is when I post all of my videos, so you guys can look out for that. But anyways, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye!